Hi everybody, foXnoMad here, and today I want to help you travel smarter by showing you one of Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan's largest bazaars, and also taking you on a food tour of Kyrgyz traditional meals here in Bishkek. So this is the food part of Osh Bazaar, and like most markets around the world, it's organized based on food, clothes, electronics. You have your different sections, which makes it very easy to get around. Now what's surprising to me is people said it would be super crowded and super, like you wouldn't have a place to walk, and I mean, there's plenty of space around. People said that it would be weird just taking a camera out. All that stuff so far hasn't turned out to be true. Just people trying to sell me things, some food, some spices. There is a lot of spices on sale here. Candies, fruits, nuts, vegetables, anything you can imagine, it's on sale. And it is a very inexpensive place for locals to come and get food. So if you want the best prices for your produce, this market and other markets like it are probably your best bet. So the Osh Bazaar is one of the largest markets in Bishkek, and it's also one of the oldest. It has been a market, at least on this site, for the past 2,000 years continuously. At least those are the estimates. So this spot has been a place to buy and sell goods for a long time. And there's also a large Korean community that lives in Bishkek, so you see a lot of Korean goods for sale, a lot of Koreans selling different types of dishes for Korean foods. And this market is massive. This area that I'm in right here is just where the foods are being sold. There's a huge clothing section, there's an outdoor section. Anything you could think of to buy that you would need on a daily basis, you can find here. I keep thinking I'm gonna hit the end of the market, and I don't. It is just really, really big. And as far as the language goes, pretty much Kyrgyz and Russian. It's gonna be very little English spoken here. It's very hard to communicate with people if you don't speak either or a few words of those languages. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to point, and the prices are written on everything. So if you're shopping, it should be easy enough to communicate and get what you want, but make sure that you bargain. Alright, so just a few things that I've noticed. One, it is a lot more relaxed. Today is a Friday. Weekends are when it gets busiest, but during the week I'm told it doesn't get too busy, too crowded, or too hectic in here. Nobody's harassing you to buy stuff. Nobody's coming up to you. It's really just very relaxed. You can take pictures or videos or whatever you want to do. Pretty much everyone is very friendly. If you have any questions, they will help you. If you want to buy anything, they'll definitely help you do that. So it is a really nice experience to walk around and wander around this market. But now that you've seen some of Osh Bazaar, I think it's time to get some food. So I want to take you to a place in Bishkek that serves up local traditional Kyrgyz foods so that you can see what a typical meal here around lunchtime looks like. Alright, so what we have here is a yogurt soup, similar to cacık in Turkey. It has dill and cucumber inside with some salt and yogurt mixed in. Also some green onions floating on the top, and then potatoes inside. And then inside there are these bits of potato as well as cheese and sliced up cucumber. Alright, so I just got some mantı, which are these dumplings stuffed with pumpkin. But what you don't know is that there was actually a couple sitting right across from me, because it is so crowded. When you come to this cafe at lunchtime at noon, it is absolutely packed. So this couple asked could they join me at this table, and I said yeah, of course. And they were super nice, so nice that they actually paid for my meal, which was really just absolute incredible hospitality. So I just wanted to mention that. I've had a very warm welcome already here in Bishkek. So these are basically dumplings that are filled with pumpkin. I'm also having that with kompot, which is this fruit juice. It tastes almost like an apple juice. It's not super sweet, but it does have a sweetness to it. It's sort of apple flavor. So this is Cafe Faiza, which is a very well-known restaurant here in Bishkek. There are a couple of these throughout the city, but they are very popular and they get packed. Like this place at noon, I arrived right at noon from the Osh Bazaar. It was absolutely full. There were so many people, such lines waiting for tables. So Zaika serves up a whole variety of different traditional Kyrgyz foods. So you have traditional mantas, you have their traditional soups, salads, and of course lagman. So this is lagman, which you may have seen from my videos in Kazakhstan. And it's a little bit different here, whereas in Kazakhstan, The lagman was more of a soup. It was more of a brothy soup with noodles. This is more like a noodle dish with some sauce on it. Traditionally, this is covered with a mound of meat, usually lamb or beef, that's sliced, put with green beans on top of this bed of thick noodles, with, of course, a very liberal helping of garlic in there as well. You also have tomatoes and roasted red peppers in here, and some potato slices, as well as a tomato-based sauce. But again, everything starts and ends with these very, very thick noodles. And that noodle has such flavor. Like last time I had lagman, the noodles just, there's something so tasty about the actual noodles themselves. They're not bland at all. Really tasty, really good. I mean, just look at those noodles. Look at that. And the noodles aren't cut at all, so you basically have to use your teeth to just kind of chop them up into smaller and smaller, more manageable bites. So with the yogurt before, and then the manta balls, which are those massive dumplings filled either with meat or pumpkin, a variety of different flavors, and then this lagman. It is just a really hearty, flavorful meal. You're getting all of these different combinations of foods, salts, sweets. You've got dill, you've got broth, you've got pumpkin, you've got all these different tastes and flavors, and then you wash it down with one of these. And it makes for a very delicious but very heavy meal. And it's funny, about as crowded as it was at 12, now it's getting a little bit past 1, and it's definitely a lot calmer. The line is definitely a little bit shorter. It's not quite as long to find this place. So I think if you're worried about the line, you don't want to wait. The time to get here is going to be closer to 2. I think between 2 and 4, it's not going to be so crowded. But right now, it is pretty packed, and that is a good sign. It means that the food is really good, and confirmed after eating all of it. Almost like a oolong tea, very, very light, not too strong. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for joining me on this day tour of Bishkek, going to Osh and also having some of this traditional Kyrgyz food. There are going to be more videos from here and the rest of Central Asia coming up, so make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of those. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.